It's Monday, February 18th, 2019, and time for your Barbados Today Morning News Update. Thanks for joining us. I'm Carol Williams. Debate on the estimates of revenue and expenditure begins today. When she addresses Parliament, Prime Minister and Minister of Finance Mia Mottley will justify the need for her administration to continue austerity measures. A deficit of just over $32 million has been projected for their financial year, with $3.18 billion in spending. Government has slashed its subsidy to the Transport Board by a third, will shift some of its healthcare funding away from the QEH towards polyclinics, prescription drugs, and a psychiatric hospital. Funding to some agencies has also been cut, including the Barbados Agriculture Development and Marketing Corporation, BADMC, where it has been slashed by two-thirds. It was another busy weekend for lawmen. Yesterday afternoon, a 24-year-old suspect was shot during an operation at Green Hill, St. Michael by the anti-gun and gang unit of the Royal Barbados Police Force. Lawmen say the suspect had a firearm in his possession and was shot in the left leg by police. He was transported to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital by ambulance. Another 24-year-old Barbadian was taken into custody along with a motor car and a small quantity of cannabis. Police say the investigations are at a sensitive stage and have withheld the identities of the men. Meantime, investigators are continuing to probe two killings on Saturday that brought the number of murders for the year so far to 12. The first incident involved 22-year-old Graham Norville of number 14 Lem Green Development in Lemon Arbor, St. John. Norville's body was found lying on the road in a pool of blood following reports of a shooting at Rock Hall, St. George near Tate Hill. The deceased is known for his role as short boss on the Barbadian web video series Badness. Later that day, 31-year-old Lorenzo Joseph of 3rd Avenue Chapman Lane, St. Michael, and number 35 Goodland Park, Christchurch, was shot and killed. That incident occurred between 5th and 6th Avenue, New Orleans, St. Michael, while Joseph was hanging out with a group of men. According to reports, a lone gunman approached them and opened fire, striking Joseph aboard the body. The deceased is a former Empire Club footballer who also represented the city of Bridgetown in the David Thompson Memorial Football Classic. Another man, 25-year-old Rio Walks of Sobers Lane, St. Michael, was injured in the incident. A man was assisting police with their investigations yesterday. Police also responded to a stabbing incident at Newbury, St. George on Saturday. Details of that incident have not been released. Thousands of tires disposed at the mangrove landfill could be put to use as a source of energy, or they could be used as asphalt. Following a massive blaze at Phase 1 of the mangrove landfill in St. Thomas yesterday, Minister of Environment and National Beautification Trevor Prescott told the media that these ideas are being considered.
Through our waste-to-energy program, we've been looking at using it as a source of energy. We're having discussions with other persons outside of the government. See how they can use the tires here to even produce a cheaper form of energy so that they can be able to take advantage of the economies of scale that would allow the businesses to at least make a greater profit or certainly reduce their expenditure, and taking into consideration all the other factors of production, they'll be able to realize a profit that is even much greater than what they're receiving at present. We also were looking at it to see how we can use it as an integral part of the road material, the asphalt material, how we can integrate it into that material and utilize it. But while all of these things can become a practical reality, so to speak, the truth is that even if we do these things, we have to see how we can sustain the supply of all the material here over a number of years.
As authorities continue to keep a close eye on the situation at the landfill, a landscaper who only identified himself as Desmond agreed that a permanent fix is needed.
Then just keeping those tires up there and keeping them up there like that, then to having this all year round, every year a dump fire with tires is really being a hazard. I think we in this country, all of us have come up together with a better idea of getting rid of those tires, making energy or something with those tires.
Barbadians are today paying slightly less for gasoline, diesel and kerosene. Effective midnight, the retail price of gasoline dropped 4 cents and is now $3.56 per litre. The price of diesel went down 11 cents, moving to $2.89 per litre. Kerosene is selling at $1.40 per litre, a reduction of 4 cents. The price of liquid petroleum gas, LPG, remains unchanged. In sports, West Indies batsman Gayle will likely retire from one-day international cricket after the upcoming World Cup. Gayle, who's in the West Indies squad to face England in a 5-match one-day series starting on Wednesday in Barbados, says he's looking to let the youngsters have fun while he sits back in the party stand.
Yeah, it's a possibility. It might be the last time to get a chance to see the universe boss and local soil. I mean, the last game I played there was my last 50-over game for Jamaica. I got 100. Hopefully that would be nice to continue where I left off here in Barbados and, entertain the home fans, the fans as much as possible.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To our regional neighbors now, the Haitian Prime Minister has announced that government officials will lose their perks under emergency economic and anti-corruption measures. His announcement on Saturday came amid violent protests that have left at least 7 people dead and many more injured.
The first decision is to cut the budget for the Prime Minister's office by 30%. I suggest the Presidency and the Parliament do the same. We have also decided to scrap all unnecessary privileges allocated to high-ranking state officials, like phone and petrol expenses, useless travels abroad, and the number of consultants. These savings will allow us to reinforce the judiciary power. The idea is to give it the means to organize the Petro-Carib trial.
To our regional neighbors now, the Haitian Prime Minister has announced that government officials will lose their perks under emergency economic and anti-corruption measures. His announcement on Saturday came amid violent protests that have left at least 7 people dead and many more injured.
Following a careful review of the implementation of its logistics and operational plan and the determination to conduct free, fair and credible elections, the Commission came to the conclusion that proceeding with the election as scheduled is no longer feasible. Consequently, the Commission has decided to reschedule the Presidential and National Assembly elections to Saturday, 23rd February 2019. Furthermore, the Governorship, State House of Assembly, and Federal Capital Territory Area Council elections are rescheduled to Saturday, 9th March 2019.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. And sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as Screenplay and supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM. I'm Carol Williams. Have a good day.